And there's the bell to start round one. No rest for the weary. That hook won't score. That's the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Just missed with that hook. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Catch and shoot. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Hold that thought! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
They are going to surrender. No mas. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up. We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, you've got fun all night.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. That jab won't score. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under, you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Nice hook. To be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Can't land the jab there. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Great round. Now relax, relax.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice job blocking the hook. Nice counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Nice job blocking the hook. He got out of the way of that right hook. Incredible work rate. Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Swing and a miss with that jab. Trying to land that jab. And he misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
It's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You got to take that confidence.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Just stay focused.
I'll get it in your face and win the round back.
And there's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That hook was off target. Forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Come on. You've let him back into this.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
And he scores with the counter. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. That jab misses. A perfect counter lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
This is the beginning of round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You could tell who it is.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Which fighter will say no mas? The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
The fight's not over yet. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking. You're getting your timing already.
Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both Both of these fighters have had their big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Even I've got to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
They both want a knockout. You can... I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
They believe that...
Come on.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Nice counter shot. That left hook misses. Misses with that uppercut. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Good-looking hook, but it was blocked. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Punch, counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided. It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
You try to...
It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. Pensacola's finest, an undisputed Terrence.
This back.
The fans are ready. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They exchange punches. Throws the jab, but does not score. And he just missed with that left jab. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are fine. Hold that thought! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter shot. He misses with that jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones and now. And there's the bell for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The perfect counter lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Incredible work rate. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Just missed with that hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Let's talk about Roy. Let's get it started in round three. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's all offense all the time. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Punch, counter punch. Solid punch. Nice. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell's...
There's the bell to start round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Jab. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Both men step back for just a moment. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Back into the fray here in round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Counter punching. Straight out of the gate, throws a right hand. to see a jab from these two. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Crawford is dazed. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Good defense to block the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to... Not many people would have predicted...